When Lord Scar. Thunder Dregs. Girl, what you doing? Girl! You playing with the new Thunder Dregs? I'm gonna have to kill you. I genuinely need to remind myself of James Wars. Oh shit.
screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Ring Warriors proudly brings to you its soon-to-be greatest role-playing RPG in the world! Featuring the most explosive man on the planet, the most explosive players on the planet, and the most explosive viewers on the planet. And if you're not down with that, I've got 2 words for you. Subscribe, please.
And I just...
I say subscribe to anyone.
and I
That's why I said please.
Heard so wrong. Most explosive viewers.
Explosive.
Yes.
Export. No. Well, it will be the most explosive when we go to Comic-Con next week. Expo!
Yeah.
Yo.
Expo.
But
Actually,
for now, hello, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing?
Hello.
The Expert here with a bunch of crazy cats, from a fox
Meow.
to everyone else. As we're ready to play some games.
yes.
So of course, this is a continuation of Ring Warriors, the wrestling tabletop role-playing game created by yours truly, the one-man band, the #1 man with the ironclad white pale tan himself. So, where were we and what were we doing? Well, the guys are still in Bad Street, USA, and they are currently following some of the Freebirds' advice in order to gather more information on the mysterious liquid discovered when they were beating up some of those punks a little bit earlier on. They bumped into a mutant in the sewers known as Jacob, who has been trying to find enough of the formula that he created to try and make a vaccine to make it so that it no longer grants superhuman powers. As he has now tasked the party to go back to the surface and find the secret supply of the formula guarded by the ROIDZ, a group of ne'er-do-wells in Bad Street, USA that have the capabilities of injecting themselves with powers unbeknownst to the world. Well, that's it. You guys are about ready to head off. Jacob has pointed in the ways where you must go, where at the end of the sewer in front of him there is a stairwell heading upwards, where you will encounter a contingency of guards nearby, guarding enough of the formula where you can steal a considerable amount to bring back to it. But of course, what would you like to do?
Well, I think, if I remember rightly, we all agreed that we were going to steal some of the stuff, like as Dom mentioned, like to bring back to Jacob and be like, "Yo, Jacob, make more of this vaccine, please."
I was asleep, so I have no clue.
Yeah. So, I suppose we should, yeah, like, so we were sort of like kind of exiting the sewers now, I presume.
I believe so as well.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we ask Jacob, like, what kind of, sort of, like, security measures, like, the ROIDZ would have, so we kind of have some idea of shenanigans that might go down.
Okay. So, you ask that to Jacob. Jacob looks towards you. And, okay, this is where I have to genuinely try doing his voice again.
Okay.
Warning, do not try this voice at home. Your tonsils will be ripped out. Right.
I was gonna say, have you got a glass of water for afterwards so you can like...
I have downstairs. I will have to run. Anyway.
Sorry, I
Cup of tea would be my recommendation.
A good shout. Right. Okay. Oh man, this is gonna be. This is gonna hurt. I'm just scared of the pain. Okay, he just goes. It has been a while since I have seen the surface. I do not know of their security contingencies. As far as I am aware, I have at least 2 members. But that could change at any moment.
Alright then.
Anything else anyone wants to ask Jacob before you go?
Not that I can think of.
Fair enough. That's absolutely fine. Let me just sort this out quickly. There we are.
Yeah.
I get paranoid with this. I think I'm missing something. I'm like, what haven't I asked? What do I need to be asking? What have I missed?
Yes. Yeah, same.
It is fine. Okay, with all of that done, time to head down the sewers. As you head down there, you come across a ladder in front of you that leads up to another manhole cover above. A manhole cover towards a little bit closer to the ROIDZ base, specifically close to their formula production facilities. Who will be the first to climb the ladder and open the manhole cover?
I think I could try to open it sneakily.
Okay, tell you what, you climb the ladder and you try to move that manhole cover sneakily, not to raise any awareness. Roll me a slyness check.
And it was cunning with cunning modifier,
Yes.
if I remember correctly. So
That's correct.
Plus 3, and that's 16.
Very nice. So you climb up the ladder, you pop it, shuffle it over to one side, you make minimalistic amounts of noise. Like the only people that would really be able to hear you are those an ultra sense of sound. Which luckily they have! No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh.
So
That is like it would be me in Tarkov when I'm wearing contacts.
like that would be like ruthless game master mode where you're just like, if only they could hear you. Good job there was a guy looking at the manhole cover this whole time. No, I'm joking. So yes, you move it out of the way, you pop your head up, and no one seems to be around you. You're actually in quite a secluded little location, down like a miniature alley where there's a wall directly behind you, but there's like a little opening in front of you, about 5 feet in front of a manhole, that opens up to both a left and a right.
Okay.
And you don't see any people around you. You just see a bunch of like trash cans and bins.
Okay.
Trash cans and bins.
More like bin bags, I should say.
Okay.
Good thing that Vinny isn't here yet, else he'd be like picking them up, destroying them, he'd be throwing them about the place.
Basically,
Yeah.
And just making a lot of noise.
all the rubbish.
Yes.
All the rubbish.
So, with that done, Foxy is the only one up at the moment. Will everyone else like to climb up?
I'll climb with that.
Okay, ladies first.
Sorry, no, you go.
No, you go.
You're both ladies.
That's very true.
Just climb it in sync,
Look.
like.
Lavanya is a very manly lady.
There we are, all ladies. Well,
True. But still. Yeah, like roll for initiative. Yeah.
Okay, so systematically, one by one, you climb up.
Yeah.
You get yourselves together in like your little cubby place as you position yourselves against the walls that are turning left and right. Now, as you're looking around these, you can see that on the right, it's pretty much like a cut-off alleyway, but it seems to be cut off with like a fresh layer of brick, as if the wall has only just recently been constructed in comparison to the rest of the buildings around you. on the left-hand side where you guys just came out, there's a bit of a, like, it seems to be quite a secluded alleyway in itself. Like, it seems to be, like, cut off from the rest of Bad Street. But in this little stretch of alley, which is about, like, the whole alley itself is, like, stretched to about 40 feet in total. It's not that long. But in this stretch, you see down there a couple of tables across the alley laid out with all these, like, flasks and tubes, alembics and whatnot, with all this equipment kitted out around there. And on top of that, you can notice a couple of guys standing around with bats, just like palming the bats into their hands, as if to like be encouraging the workflow, as you see people working on the formula. Now, what I would like everyone to do at this point is to roll me an awareness check and see if you can identify anything.
I'm going to be using Roll20. Okay, 12.
Cool.
19.
Cool.
It was awareness, wasn't it?
Awareness, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. 19.
So awareness was with.
Awareness is with smarts.
Oh yeah. Just a moment. Okay. So. And that's 11.
Okay. And Christy, did you roll yours?
Said 14.
Lovely. Okay. With all that done, did anyone get higher than 14?
Yeah, I did.
Lovely. Okay, to those that got higher than 14, you can identify that the people working on actually creating the formula but are being like taunted by the guards.
Okay.
They're not your regular human. Like, throughout this whole time, you've noticed that the gangs in Bad Street are mostly human. These guys are not human. They are very similar to Jacob, to the extent where they have like greenish, brownish parts of their flesh like ripping off of parts of their skin. Their clothes have been torn open a little bit, revealing like different colorizations throughout them. You can also notice for one of the other guys, when you see him working, you notice that on the upper part of his left arm is another arm growing out of it that's helping him carry some important materials as he's working. These are mutants.
Okay, so they've been tested on like Jacob was.
Yes, and they have tested with probably different combination of chemicals of the formula.
Quite so. Could be the case. So now the question is, how would you like to approach this situation?
Is there a small crevice or something where I can hide in?
There's not so much small crevices as there are just piles of trash that you can
Okay, I'll hide behind a pile of trash.
Okie dokie. Roll me a slyness check.
Okay. Let's do that then. And that's a 7.
Ooh.
Oh.
So with your slyness check, you go to like hunker back behind a pile of like pile of rubbish bags, and also a trash can that's on the like opposite end of where your manhole cover is. You scurry over there, go to like slide and hunker behind it, and as you do, you just hear like the sound of like clinking glass and trash all rustling around in the bag. as the guards turn around and they're just like, what was that? And one of the guards is now approaching in your guys' general directions with his bat just like hanging below him, just scratching the road of this cut-off bit of alleyway as he's walking towards you guys.
Actually, this gives us a great opportunity to, like, get this one guy. Maybe if we can knock him out in time, then we can take care of the other one by himself.
Yeah, that is true.
Alright, so we'll just let him go around the corner.
Right,
and
so...
jump.
Surprise attacking.
Okay.
Surprise!
So he comes on round and goes over to the trash. Just as he's about to see Foxy, are you gonna go and do your sneaking bits? Or your special awesome stealth attack?
Yeah, I would like to do a stealth attack.
Right.
Like, just sort of knock it, like, sort of punch him in the face. Like, just to daze him a bit, so he wouldn't get time to sort of call out for his friend in it.
Right.
Would we be able to like double team it? So like she hits him from one side, and then I could like come in from the other side. Like when he's like say he gets hit and falls back, then I can like hit back. Does that make sense?
Let me see. Do any of you have a wrestle point?
Only if you're happy with that.
Because if any of you have a wrestle point to spend, then totally.
I have 3, but it's. Are you happy with that?
I have a wrestle point. I don't mind. It depends on everyone else. Are they okay with the plan?
Yeah.
I was actually planning to do the way that when you have hit him, I will jump up from behind the garbage and just hit him in the face.
Oh, actually, I have an even better idea. I could wrap my tail around his mouth to gag him, and then you can all just beat him up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds better. Yeah.
I like it. Right. If that's the plan, then Lavanya, roll me an attack. Because you're using your tail. Well, no, you're using your tail. You're used to using your tail. Add your proficiency modifier with it.
Okay, so that's gonna be a D20 plus 2.
Yeah.
If I am correct. 14?
And you see that he's gonna turn around and go like, "Oi!" But as he's about to open his mouth, you just whip your tail out, wraps around his mouth. He's like, "Hmm!" As you have successfully muffled him. Because you now are you squeezing quite tight with your tail, or?
I mean, like not so that not to like crush his head or anything, but just enough so I can like swing him around to let the others have at him.
Right. Roll me 2d4's worth of damage.
Right. Okay. 2d4. My God, they're both 1, so that's like 2.
So you don't do a lot of damage to him, but he is muffled, and he goes, and he's muffled by your tail. What does everyone want to do to him at this point?
I still want to go along with my plan and just hit him in the face.
That was Are you like punching him in the face, kicking him in the face?
Kick him in the face.
Okay. Foxy, Liam, Cyber O'Reilly, roll for the attacking kick in his face.
So that's just flat D20.
Yeah. Are you not proficient in kicks?
I think I'm not.
See, this is why I really need to get your character card sorted out.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, just roll that D20 then, dude.
Yes. That's 18.
That's pretty great.
Yes.
You go to kick him. You kick that son. You actually kick him in the gut, and he's like, "Oh!" As you can tell, he reels forward, but he's just taking the full brunt of it. Not much else he can do. Roll me some damage with that kick. Let me just have a look on my handy dandy thing we do. That is 1d6 plus your power modifier.
Okay, so that's 1d6 plus 1. Then there is 1 of too many spaces there, and 4.
Lovely. Getting some of that damage in. His gut's hurting, his hands are now down his gut as you just hear it just from his muffled mouth. Now, anyone else want to do anything to this guy?
Well, I was quite happy to attack him as well. But did you say is he now like fallen to the ground or?
Oh no, he's still being held up and muffled.
He's still being held up. Okay. Well then, yeah, I just want to. Can I just like kick him to the chest or something?
By all means.
Is there a possible move like that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's roll this then. Oh, I rolled a 20.
Holy damn.
Damn.
Critical. Okay.
Sorry. I don't know why I'm saying sorry for doing that. Like...
Nice. So, you kick him in the chest, and it actually kicks him so hard, but like part of his like clothing on that chest is like being just removed off from the sheer force of the kick to his chest. And as you have done that, let me get my move list. Here we are. So, what is your power modifier?
My power modifier is +2.
So, right off the bat, you have done 8 points of damage. Now, roll me another d6 plus your power modifier.
Okay, just hold on. 7.
Bloody hell.
Nice.
Am I doing good?
You have dealt...
No, this dice roll is working for me tonight.
You have dealt 13 points of damage to the guy, and as a response, he is now just like really bad as he is now on his knees, still muffled by Lavanya's tail, but he's still got some life left in him if you did ever want to finish him off, which is why I would ask if Christy would like to do anything to this guy.
Well, yeah. I wondered if I could do sort of like a cartwheel towards him and flip behind his back. But
Yep, you can. And what would you like
what
to do
do I
when
need
you?
to roll?
And what would you like to do once you've cartwheeled behind him?
Literally just kick him up the bum like a normal kick.
Just right off the butt. Okay, I'm fine with that. You just roll for that attack.
But do I need to roll d20?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the result again, Christy? I don't think it was coming
I said
through.
it's a 10.
It's a 10. Okay. So you do a pretty nice cartwheel around him, as you just like give him a firm kick, cover behind. But sadly, your firm kick doesn't. It like hits like that awkward part of the back where it's not quite butt but not quite back, and it hits him a little bit, but doesn't seem to do enough to hurt him. Sadly.
Oh.
Now, with this in mind, he's going to make a saving throw. If he succeeds, things might happen. If he fails, you guys might have succeeded. Let's have a look.
Critical fail.
Now,
Critical fail.
Lavanya,
Hi.
what is What is your toughness?
My toughness is 17.
Well, he doesn't make the saving throw, that's for sure. So effectively, he's been muffled, he's been kicked a few times, he's been kicked especially hard in the chest to the point where parts of his clothes have come off a little bit. He's now on his knees, like wincing a little bit, but then you notice that, like, that he just like, as like his eyes just shut, and you just notice that he's been knocked out. That he is lifeless.
I actually have to say, when Selenia kicked this guy with the critical, I thought it was like her leg. Just she goes for the kick, and the kick when the kick connects, it just goes through his chest.
No, just
And
like
out the
piercing
back.
blow.
Yes.
Ouch. That'd be pretty nuts, though. But no. So, you have effectively knocked out one of the dudes, as the other dude is completely none the wiser, still eyeing up the mutants, making sure they're doing their job right.
Can we drop the guy in the sewer?
Oh, we can drop the guy in the trash. Well, I mean, we could have Erg drop him in the trash as he likes doing that so much.
Yeah.
I mean, you could totally do that.
Yeah. Erg, would you like to do the
feed
honors?
him to the rock.
Yeah,
Yes.
feed him to the rock.
So, I will be gradually playing as Erg for the beginning part until Vinny appears. But
Yes.
what Erg would do is he would just look at him, just think, "Oh, new. Let me try something new here." As he picks it up, like eyes up the manhole cover, aims it up real smooth. He's gonna roll it. He goes to try and slam dunk the guy down the manhole cover, so he'll fall head first all the way down. And as he goes to dunk, he doesn't hit the manhole cover, more so that he manages to splat the guy's face first into concrete. And with that, I'm going to roll some damage for it and see how crazy that is. And he's dealt enough damage to bloody his face up to the point where he was kind of knocked out lifeless. Now he's just lifeless.
Okay.
Okay.
Well
Not
done,
what-
Ugh.
Not what we had in mind, but okay.
And he just looks around he just looks around to you guys and just goes, "I broke it."
Oh, you needed
Maybe-
to do that in a haiku. I'm disappointed.
I'm sorry, I haven't got haikus prepared like Vinny has. If I did, I would. Sadly, I do not.
I dunked him so hard that blood poured from his face. Badly. Whoopsie days. No, whoopsie. Damn. Look. Yeah, whoopsie damn fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoopsie damn fuck. I like it.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that not someone's climax move and they call it the WDF?
The WDF.
So pitch it, make it later. Anyway,
Yes.
so one guy knocked out, one guy remaining, and a couple of muties working on the precious formula. What do you want to do?
Alright. So,
To put into perspective, the guard's about 20 feet ahead of you. The muties are about a little bit further ahead of him, about 30 feet ahead of you.
alright.
Is he looking in our direction or away from us? So is it something that we could sneak up behind him type thing? What's he
His
doing?
back is to you at the moment, as he's more focused on the muties to make sure they're still working.
Okay, right, okay.
As far as he's aware, his buddy's just gone to check out what's happening over here, and he trusts him enough where it's like, yeah, he'll come back. Not knowing he's not.
Okay.
Now, we can approach this in two ways. The first way is that we just completely knock them out and, get the mutants to help, like Jacob, with making the antidotes, because who knows how long it would take Jacob to, make those things by himself.
Yeah.
Or we keep the guard barely conscious so that he can tell us where, the stuff is, or at least just, the weak points of this fortress that is the ROIDZ.
We could make him weak enough that we could maybe, not torture him, what's the thing? Question him. Interrogate. That's it. I'm like, torture! No, that's not the right one. Interrogate. We could probably beat him down enough to interrogate him, and then once we finished interrogating, then we could just
knock him out.
I was gonna say kill him, but yeah, knock him out.
Knock him out.
Yeah.
That could be a tactical thing, couldn't it? Because then we can get as much information out of this dude. If he has any.
Yeah, it's a legit tactic.
Yeah. If he doesn't have any information, then it doesn't matter. We'll still knock him out.
Yeah. and we still have a bunch of mutants to help us if they aren't so terrified already.
Well, we're saving them. They shouldn't be terrified.
True.
Although it makes sense that they might be terrified.
Very true.
How are we going to deal with this guy, though? Because we don't want to cause too much of a fuss. Because if we knock him out, will the mutants then notice we're there? What if one of those mutants is happy being a silly mutant and then is like, oh, I'm going to tell other people or alert authorities? Or how are we going to do this tactically? Are we going to try and sneak up on this other guard and try and knock him out sort of quietly? Or are we just going to go in all guns a-blazing?
I mean, we could try the whole strangulation beat 'em up tactic again.
I mean, it did sort of work last time, didn't it?
Yeah, and we need as much of the whatever the steroid stuff is intact, so Jacob can actually make the things.
Yeah, so we don't want to cause too much of a fuss and destroy anything.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if it can be sort of rubbed in and make someone act like a wild animal, then as well as being injected, then yeah, the last thing we want is for anyone else to consume the injection.
Yeah.
So, shall we sort of do the same as what we did before? Did you want to sneak up behind him and try and muffle him, and then we can do the turns again, just punching or kicking him or whatever, couldn't we?
Yeah, I'll sneak up behind him, gag him, and then drag him back to.
Yeah, you could drag him back, maybe. Can she drag him back?
Yeah, if you're good enough at it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something we could do, because then it drags him away from the.
The mutants and the things we're trying to get.
Yeah. Does this sound like a good idea for everyone else?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, then I think we have a game plan then.
Let's
do this.
Yes. Let's do this.
So, if I'm correct, the plan is for Lavanya to tie him up again, drag him back to where you guys are, do the whole beat him uppy thing.
Yeah.
But ask questions before getting rid of him, and then muties. Okay.
Yes.
So Lavanya, do us all a favour. Roll me a slyness check as you attempt to sneak up to the guy.
Okay. 15.
You know what? That's actually not too bad. You managed to creep up to him, not making so much noise that he turns around, You make a little bit of noise, but he's not phased by it. He just thinks that it's his like buddy gradually making his way back up. So now you're pretty much standing behind him, and if you're gonna wrap your tail around him, I want you to roll an attack for the tail, and that's with your proficiency. But because you're stealthing successfully, roll it with advantage.
Okay, coming right up. God damn it!
Oh no.
I got a 9 and a 4.
Oh no.
No.
So with your 9, you go to swing your tail, similar to how you did last time, to like wrap it around him. The tail whips round, but like rests on his shoulder. And as it's just resting there on his shoulder, it's like, "Hey man, is everything okay? What the?" And like he just looks at what is a tail and not his mate's hand. Looks around, and it's just like Hoover, and just takes up a fighting stance right next to you.
Like, I'm gonna do something really crazy here. I'm gonna have the tail resting on his shoulder.
Right.
And I'm just going to give him the most seductive look. And be like...
We'll be like, "Hey, big boy."
Yeah. Hey there. I like that butt you got there. Maybe you could show me something else that's long and hard, you know what I'm saying?
Wow. Oh my god. Okay. This is going to be an appeal face-off. So how this works is we're both rolling a d20 with our modifiers. So this is involving your appeal modifier. Whoever has the highest score wins.
Oh, wow.
Oh, please let me a natural 20.
Okay. So roll when you can. I'll roll mine. Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh no, what is this?
Okay, so what did you get?
I got a 10.
You got a 10. Well.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I got a 2. So, what basically happens is, he turns around, takes up a fighting stance as you're being all like seductive and being like, "Why don't you show me something that's real hard?" And he's looking at you, can't help but face, but he's actually kind of getting it on with the snake people. As he turns around with his bat up, like drops the bat, like comes over to you, actually like caresses the side of your face, and it's just and it's just like, "I'll show you more than that."
Oh my god. This is so like I'm like blushing myself, like, oh my.
This has turned into a fan fiction I was not expecting. So, is there anything you wish to do next, as he is just like gazing and little bit of caressing?
I know what I want to do.
Oh damn!
Like, as a player.
I'm just really expecting you at this point to just go, "We fuck."
You know what? You know
Don't.
what? You know what? That's not a bad idea. Yeah, we fuck. Like,
Really?
Oh my. Wait!
I don't know.
Wait!
Who is this between? I'm so.
What if you try and lure him into the alley? What if you like, "Come with me to this alley where we can
yeah.
Not that I've ever done that before.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe we could go someplace quiet and less busy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm learning new things about Tanya every day. Right. He's gonna roll a saving throw to see if he is intoxicated enough to follow your whim. Have a look. What is your appeal?
10.
Now he's looking at you, and he just goes, "Now why do you want me to go over there when we can just do things right here, right now?"
Well.
As you can just feel a hand just go onto your hip.
I didn't think it would work.
Oh no.
I'm just envisioning this musculous hissing snake lady like flirting with
No, you are literally just flirting with like a punk kid. You are flirting with a punk with a mohawk, a bat, and a denim from top to bottom.
and everyone else is just watching this train wreck.
Yeah, but this reminds me of like nights out when you would accidentally hook up with someone who was like, I don't know, not attractive. No offense to anyone.
Don't worry, I was that guy. It's fine.
This is awkward. No, you weren't. Don't say that.
Oh,
Well,
shut up,
in
Dom.
all fairness, didn't get to make out. But anyway, yeet, says Slug Boy. How you doing?
Well,
Okay,
you're about
so
to
he's
get your
like, well,
lucky
why don't-
hit now, Dom?
I need some more. I need some more women in my life. Anyway, so is there anything you want to try now that he's not willing to follow you?
Well, I mean, if you're into that many pairs of eyes on you, then well, I mean, if you're into that many pairs of eyes on you, then I don't suppose that's a bad thing. I don't suppose that's a bad thing.
And he's just looking at you at this point, just going.
Yeah.
No, he's just looking at you and he's going, many eyes. How many?
Yeah.
Oh, I see your eyes. Who else could be watching?
Well, I mean, your your friends who are working on a few things over there.
This is at this point he sneaks next to like the side of your face and just goes and he just whispers at you, just going, "Don't worry,
Yes!
they can't hear a thing." Hey, Slug Boy, thanks for the follow, dude. And you have literally just joined in to possibly the greatest role-playing moment I have ever had to GM in the history of role-playing games. As this is now getting way too hot.
Nate girls, do it for you, Dom.
They may be slithering.
Slytherin.
Oh god.
No, that's not
So-
what I really want to say.
So he is now getting really flirty on you.
Okay.
What's happening?
Okay. All right. So, yeah, it's like, okay, Lavanya's gonna, whisper or say, well, I don't suppose there's anywhere more comfy that we can, get down, you know? I mean,
Oh god.
I don't know this place very well, so I think you'd probably be the best person to show me around.
Well, I do know a pretty great place. And let's just say it's a brick wall with enough room to put you all over it.
Wow.
God. Now, at this point, I actually want you to roll me an appeal saving throw to see if you can give in to his witticisms.
Okay, appeal saving throw. Okay, right.
Now, we've really only just started, Slug Boy, so you're barely missing anything. Sounds like the
I
start
got
of a
a 10.
shitty porn video. You're not wrong. In all honesty.
I got a 10.
Oh, great. You're kind of feeling it. You're kind of
Alright.
wanting it.
Yeah.
This is getting way. This is going to places I never thought.
A role-playing game about wrestling could go.
I would like to say at this point to anyone out there watching, this is not a porno RPG, but it's sure as hell's going to that territory right now.
It could be Dom.
I mean,
make it that way.
I mean, I know this is supposed to be
D&D Discord. They quite like it.
Oh God.
I think.
Oh God.
I've just posted in there. I'm like buff snake lady.
Oh God.
Come and join.
Rough snake lady cross punk. Is it Yowie? No.
No,
Oh,
it's not
God.
Yowie.
I'm actually just.
Slugboy, I stream role-playing games. This has gone to a place even I don't know where it's going.
Yeah,
So-
I was actually thinking that it might be that there was this. If the appeal saving throw would have failed, Lavanya would have
It
gone,
would be this.
I'm not that kind of a man,
But oh, wow,
and slapped him in the face.
that would have been pretty great actually. But sadly, you failed. So he's at this point. You're kind of into it to a point where he's pushing you against the wall, and he's going in for the kiss.
All right, and in that case, I like more as a distraction than anything. I go for it. I just go in for the kiss as well. Like, damn it. Like, just yeah.
Oh wow, just get it on.
I am driving this home, man.
If that's the case, roll for an attack on the kiss.
With what modifiers?
You're not proficient in kissing, so just a raw d20. As will he? I don't even know.
14? A 14?
Wow. Okay, you're definitely controlling the situation. He rolled a critical 1.
I would like to sort of get a little rough with him and then sort of turn him around so that his back is against the wall.
Oh shit. Oh, that's some kinky shit. Like as if it's like as if you go for the kiss. He's closed his eyes prematurely going in, but he's like at a bad angle, so he's missing you. So you've taken advantage of his closed eye scenario to turn him over, so he's against the wall. He's still got his eyes closed, but he's just got a big grin on his face, thinking, "Oh dang, this how it is. Let go."
So where are they?
And then you guys,
exactly?
so you guys are just watching from like 15 odd feet away, just thinking, "What the hell is going on?" Like, are we watching a porno? Like, is this what Lavanya's into? Like, my god. Like, Erg is just watching. Just dumbfoundedly watching. And just thinking, Snake dance with punk. Love around the alleyway. There's biscuits on Mount Fuji.
Yeah.
A bad haiku,
There's
okay.
no words. Yeah. There's no words to say. I had something in my head and then
So like you've got him pinned against the wall now.
Yeah.
Is anything happening with this wall pinning? Or are you making this full porno? Fade to black.
now how far do I want to take it?
Do you want to feel him up and see if he has anything on him, like
Oh.
keys or?
Yeah.
These Christy
you know what,
plans, I
Christy?
like it. I like it.
Yeah.
It's both
You know
sexy
what?
and it
I
works.
like it. Yes. So I would like to sort of feel him up and see if
Have
he
a
has
bit of a
anything else on him.
fondle, alright? Like you're not
I mean,
even
he's covered head to toe in denim. He's bound to have pockets.
Yeah, yeah. Of
I mean, it
course.
makes sense. like, and he's into this, so he is just like eyes closed, willing to like you take advantage and start it all off. Like you're the commanding officer in this scenario. You're touching him up, trying to make it a bit more sensual, and he's into it, but you're actually being a little bit rough, and he kind of likes it. You tap at his waist. As you tap at his waist, you notice that there are 3 syringes on the left-hand side of his waist. Now, these aren't the same size as the syringes that you had gained earlier. Instead, these ones are actually smaller. They seem to have the same liquid inside of them, but they are smaller sized.
Okay. I would like to pocket them, like, in my tool belt. Like,
roll me a slyness check to see if you can do it without him catching on.
Shit. Oh no. What's the slyness? Okay, +1. Okay, come on.
In before critical.
Oh, come on. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. I rolled a 2.
So you go to, like, you're kind of making it as sexy as you can, even though in your head it's like you've got an agenda, you've got a plan, you've got to see if he's packing anything. Not that.
Don't think about the dicks. Don't think about the dicks. Don't think
you're
about
not thinking of the D, you're thinking of the loot. So you go down to his chest, and you're just patting. You're just straight up patting his waist. And he's kind of and like, even though his eyes are closed, he's gone from big grown-up's face to that's not what's she patting? And he notices that, like, he opens his eyes for a moment, looks down as you're grabbing onto one of the syringes, as he just grabs onto your wrist and wrenches it round as if to like control you, and just go, now I'm all for foreplay, but you don't play with a man's toolkit. And with that, grabbing at your wrist, ringing it round, everyone roll for initiative!
Oh shit! Fuck, it was going so well! Oh.
Dom, what's initiative again? Sorry.
It's just a raw D20.
Just a raw D20.
Okay, mine's 3.
Okie dokie. Thumper has 3.
I rolled a 4. That's not good. That's not good.
You rolled a 4. I'm gonna roll for Punk. Okay, let me get these rolls in.
I'm actually sad. I really am.
Yeah, and you can get the guy today. No dick for you.
No dick for me. Oh well, never mind.
Okay,
it was fun while it lasted.
I will also roll for Erg, since he's been bewildered by the whole idea of how does one flirt.
Yeah.
When Erg sees nice lady, Erg just polish her rock, just like this rock, and just picks up and shows like his special rock that's clearly not his special rock. But who's he to know? He's an idiot.
Mm.
Okay,
all
so
he knows, it could be his wife.
Ah, there you go. What did you roll, Foxy?
I rolled a 15.
Oh. And Tashi, what did you get?
I rolled an 11.
11. Okay, so first to go is Liam.
Well,
who's just witnessed possibly the best worst attempt at porn.
Liam is actually going no fraternizing with the enemy and just straight up runs up to the guy, and I think I'll just punch him in the face.
Okay, straightforward. Running up to him as he's just like wringing the hand of Lavanya. as you're just doing a running punch to that guy's face.
Yes.
Roll me the attack.
Okay, so that's 1d20. Let's see. That's 11.
So you run up, you go to punch him in the face as he's wringing the arm. He looks up as he actually hears you come in. Just moves his head to one side as he dodges you. Still latching on, still latched on to Lavanya. And it's just like, first a snake, now a bloody fox. Who's gonna be next? A rock? And he looks down the alleyway. He's like, oh Christ's sake. Now, because you've ran and attempted to punch,
Yeah.
that'll be your turn for that one.
Yes.
So, next, it's Urg! So what Urg's going to do is, he's going to stand there, looking that his friend is being held in a very bad state. And he's going to look over and just goes, no one hurt friend. Urg smash hurter of friend. as he just walks on over, like towering over this guy, and proceeds to try and grab him around the throat, which I will now roll for. Whoa! Ooh, big numbers. As he rolls successfully, like grabs the guy by the throat, who lets go of your wrist at this point, is lifted up by Urg, as Urg does like a 180 spin, turning around as he jumps to choke slam the guy to the ground. And I'm gonna find out what his thing is. Okay, that's a D8's worth of damage. Let me get the die.
Oh
Lovely.
god, this just...
And that's a nice bit of damage to him. He gets slammed onto the ground. It's ringing its back to the point where he's like folding himself upward when he's smacked onto the ground. And you just see him get blah! And he is downed and really hurting. While Urg just looks over to you, Lavanya, and just like gives you just like a blatant like big grin on his face and a thumbs up.
Oh, bless his cotton socks, which he doesn't wear. Oh well.
And with that done on Urg's turn, it's actually your turn.
Oh well then. Okay, so this guy is downed on the floor.
He is
Am I
down
right?
on the floor, yeah.
Okay. Then, in that case, I am going to... I should have really brought up the move list. Oh well.
I've got it up and I can search it if need be.
Okay. So... Okay, question.
Yep.
Like, because I failed in that, like, appeal check, like, I wouldn't be into him anymore because he, like, sort of grabbed my hand and be like,
Oh no,
"Boy,
because
what the
he
fuck
rang
did you
your wrist, like any like fascination you have over him is just gone at this point.
do?" Okay, fair enough. Then in that case, I am going to...
Should someone try to grab the belt, the tool belt, from him?
Yeah. I mean, we can all... Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually. In that case, then, I'm going to... I am going... Oh my god, this is going to sound really stupid, but... I'm going to mount on him and try to grab the syringes from the belt. Like, and
Like,
I'm
just
saying,
pull 'em
don't you know how the carry on.
Like just pull them out from the belt and just pocket them yourself,
Yeah, just
or just pull the entire belt off.
Probably just pull the entire belt off and go, is this and goes, is this how you treat any lady that flirts with you? And try and get the belt off.
Right. It is okay. You get to roll me.
Yes.
Is this going to be my first one? Actually, let's have a look. Bear with me. I want you to roll for me a flexing check.
A flexing check. Oh yeah, which I believe I have proficiency in.
Wait.
So that's going to be a +4.
Damn.
And it's an 18.
Very nice. So you're mounting this guy, and you'll say, "Is this how you treat a lady?" As you just grab his belt, it's just like in one like big pull. You're just like, "Hah!" And just in one of your hands, you've got the entire tool belt in your hand. As he's just like looking down at his belt, like just grabbing onto his jeans to just keep them somewhat up. As you have just literally like claimed his belt and sticking it up as if it's a championship belt and you're showing it as pride.
Oh yeah.
Now, as at this point, you notice that on his tool belt, he has those 3 syringes, those smaller syringes like you saw earlier, and there is it seems to be like a separate, like, boxed pocket that's on there as well.
Box pocket. Hehehe. Box pockets. And would that be my go then?
Well, I would have counted you mounting him since you're close to him as only half of your moves. You can spend the other half literally getting off of him if you want to.
I mean, I could be really cheeky. Yeah, as I yank the belt and goes, is this how you treat a lady? And I'll just sort of do like the mounted punches to the face.
Oh damn. Bless you, Dad. Lovely. Okay, yes. Mounted punch to the face.
Yes.
Coming right up. Right. Throw that punch.
So is that D20 with any modifiers, or
are you proficient in punches?
I am proficient in punches, and I'm just making sure I add everything up to make sure that I do. That's
a D20 plus your proficiency, but because you're mounting him, because you're on top of him, I will give you advantage.
Okay, I'm just trying to find my equipment to see what I need to add. 2 striking attacks, as in, okay, so with the brawler's gloves, is it a +1 to attack rolls, or like
that's
attack
+1
damage?
to that's going to be a +1 to your damage.
Okay, right. Okay, cool. Then it's going to be 16 is the advantage roll.
That's pretty damn good. You've mounted him. You're just looking like, whereabouts are you going to strike him as you mounted him?
I'm just gonna oh, that's so tempting. Because he's trying to keep his pants up with like, because I ripped off his belt. You know what? I'm gonna punch him in the dick. I'm gonna punch him in the dick.
What has this episode turned into? It's gone from porn to I'm gonna punch him in the dick.
Yes.
So
I would.
A video.
I think this is the
parental advisory is required.
The thing is, when I get back to editing these episodes, I'm gonna rewatch this, think to myself, what the hell? Like, this is like the 18 rated episode of Ring Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like a good punch to the dick. Well, I don't in real life, but I like it in gaming terms. So why not? Punch him in the dick. You go, you take your fist, you drive it down into his cockles. And with that, you get to roll me a d6 plus your power modifier.
Oh, wow. So that's going to be a d6 +2 +1 from the Brawler's Gloves. So
yes,
that is going to be a D6 plus 3. That's around 9 points of damage.
Oh. If that's the case, he's just gonna make a quick saving throw. So what's your power?
My power is pretty high. Well, I say pretty high. It's 15.
Needless to say, you have punched him in the dick.
Yes!
And I love how that was so perfectly timed, where you punch him in the dick, and Mushy, who has just followed us, thank you Mushy, activates the follower emote that goes, yes! So effectively it went, you punch him in the dick, yes! It's a fantastic timing, I love it, thanks Mushy. So yes, you successfully punch him in the dick. And you punch him in the dick so hard that he's gone to like put his hands like over his dick afterwards, and it's just like, no. Like he, needless to say, it's broke.
And
Did you just break his dick?
She broke the dick.
She broke the.
and
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that when you are able to play Ring Warriors, you too will be able to hashtag break the dick.
and
Favorite
as he's
hashtag.
and as he's sort of grabbing onto his dick, I go, "How's that for a first time, huh?"
Oh wow!
Yeah. How's that for a first time?
It's his first time. That's terrible.
You're now a virgin for life.
Life.
Oh god. Okay, so he's pretty busted up. He's still like very much awake, but damn, is he is not a man. So after that, it's his turn, and he has to roll a power saving throw first to see if he can get you off him. So what was your power again, out of interest?
15.
15, okay. My god. A critical 1. A critical failure. To a point where he's just like he goes to try, but because his dick pain is so strong, he is flown backwards. And is just on the floor like, oh, can't move. Like, and you see like an odd tear run from his face.
It's at this point that I'd like to point out Lavagna's still mounting him.
Yep. Let's put it this way.
I would like to.
Like, nothing is hard. Just putting it out there.
I would like to add it. I would like to add insult to injury and wipe the tear with the thumb and go, "Oh, don't cry, baby."
Oh,
That's awful.
wow. Hashtag Lavagna porno. Like,
There's some dominatrix going on there.
oh god, what has this turned into? Okay, well,
so sorry.
well, the punk is doing nothing and going nowhere. Needless to say, after that, it's the mutant's turn.
Oh no.
So this whole time, the mutants have kind of heard what's been going on. They like, one of them turns around, and this is the one that has like the third arm growing out of his left arm. Turns around, and it's just like turns to his buddy, taps him on like the arm, and just goes, like, "Arnold, look, salvation!" As Arnold just looks back at as his buddy and just goes, "Robert, that's not salvation. That's a man who is either having the greatest night of his life, or he is about to die." Needless to say, it is salvation. As they are just looking on, they are quite scared, so they're not approaching you guys. but they're not working, instead just watching what's happening and bracing themselves as they stand back. After that, it is now the turn of Celine Nix.
Yeah, hey, sorry. Right, my go, sorry.
You're just,
Sorry.
have you been blushing over this the whole time?
No, sorry. Right, okay, so what is going on? This guy's down, isn't he, now? He's done, right?
And Vanya's mounting him.
And, yeah, so
With
basically...
with the belt in hand.
Yeah, so I don't need to do much to him, do I? What?
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry.
Oh, God's sake,
I'm
come
really
on.
sorry. No, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I have a child here
It's
next
fine.
to me, so it's all right. They can't hear half this stuff, so it's
fine. Okay,
It's
well,
fine.
what do you want to do?
Well, if that guy's done, and then there's only the mutants, don't I want to approach them and try and stop them from being scared and or
Well,
whatever?
it's up to you. You
whatever?
can approach the muties, you can interrogate the guy, or just finish the guy
Oh yeah,
off.
we did say we were going to interrogate him, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Right. So should we? What do we guys want to interrogate him about? Because obviously I'm going to have to roll, presumably, for this check. But what do we want to know before I do this? Like, what things do you think we need to find out?
Where, like, where more of this stuff is.
Right. So where?
Like, is it in the
vial?
warehouse or something?
Who's
Yeah,
vials?
that's a good. Yep, that's a good question.
Okay. Let's go with that then. Let me
Yeah.
interrogate him about this.
Okay, so you're interrogating him about the whereabouts of more of those syringes.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, roll for me. And now, are you doing this in an angry way, or a kind of like, I won't hurt you anymore unless you say this, like in a kind of nice-ish way, diplomatic?
Or you could take a leaf out of my book.
God damn it! I mean, it's up to you.
See, my problem is my appeal's only like I haven't really got much in appeal, so I don't know if I want. I would fail at flirting, which is just like in real life. So
Unless you want to wait for me and then
yeah,
for my turn, and we can do good cop bad cop kind of thing.
can we do that, Don? Can we jointly
mean-
have this turn to do good cop bad cop?
You can use one of your wrestle points, and you can totally do that.
Yeah, I've got 3 of them, so I don't mind
Oh,
using one to
4
do
of
that.
them, like, well, I mean 4 of them because you rolled like a natural 20 earlier.
Yeah, but you only
Have I got 4?
you can only
I thought you
store a
could only
max
have-
of 3 at one point.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that was the case. So yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'll use one of
Any,
them.
as far as I know. So
I only need to use one, do I? Or
Yeah, so because it's your turn,
Yeah.
you'll have to use one if you want to go ahead and
yeah, well that's fine. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll use one of my wrestle points for that.
do it. Okay. So now
Okay, let
what will
me
happen is,
drop
if
that
you're
down.
interrogating the guy and doing good cop, bad cop,
Yep.
who's going to be good cop, who's going to be bad cop?
I don't mind. I'm quite happy doing either. Have you got a preference?
I was gonna say good cop, and because my appeal's 16, so I
Okay,
can.
so you do good cop and I will do bad cop. I can do bad cop. Can I
Okay.
do bad cop?
So if that's the
The
case,
child says I can do bad cop, so I clearly scare him enough.
so what will
Yeah.
happen is, if good cop will roll pressure checks, bad cop will roll encourage checks.
What's my encourage?
Oh wait,
'Cause you haven't
opposite.
got-
So good cop would do encourage, bad cop would do pressure.
Right, but
Which
what
are
is my
both-
encourage?
So they're both your. That's a D20 plus your appeal modifier.
Okay, so yeah, that's just a D20 then. for me.
What's my appeal modifier?
Okay.
Whatever you put into appeal.
Well, I'm 16. My appeal.
So that would be,
That is.
I believe that would be +3.
Let me see. 12, 13, 14, 15, Yeah, +3 for you then.
I've just rolled a 15.
16.
Okay, brilliant. So you're doing this whole good cop, bad cop routine
Yeah.
to get some questions out of them. Role play it for me for a moment. So
Tell us what we want to know! Give us the information, you scrawny little... Bleep, bleep, bleep. Making it child friendly.
Go across to him and just lay on the floor with him, and obviously soft fluff, fluff, fluff. He's just sort of going to cuddle into his arm and stroke his chest and be like, don't, come on, we'll just let us what we need to know.
So I'm like screaming above him whilst you're there, like just like stroking
Little
my
snuggly bunny.
the fact that this situation is he has a snake on top of him, a bunny laying next to him, and a wood elf shouting at him.
Yep.
He's gonna roll a saving throw. Needless to say, he doesn't know whether to be turned on, scared, or generally proud of this moment.
He could be all three. I mean, I would be in this situation.
He definitely could be all three. Let's face it.
What about when there is actually a stone-faced fox standing near?
Yeah. Like you got a stone-faced fox like side by side with a rock.
Yeah, I was thinking, what about the rock? The rock's just there, like,
And
spin
so,
around, like, what do I do?
God's sake. No, he's like the guy just like turns over. It's just like, if you don't punch me in the dick anymore, I'll say whatever you want me to say.
Then I'll work.
Sort of, I pat him on the chest and what have you, and like.
Oh God. Okay, so was
I'm a fluffy bunny rabbit.
so I'm guessing your first bit of interrogation was about the syringes, right?
Like who's ordered them?
Right. So he'll look at you and just goes, oh, the boss. He needs enough to take over the rest of Georgia before the championship match. I think he said he needed 300 portions done. At the moment we're looking at 50. But we've at least got a stockpile of 200 not too far from here at our main base.
In base? His chest, sort of trying to soothe him.
Oh God.
I'm thinking that Christy is like Lola Bunny right now.
Oh, totally, right now.
You got to think of essentially like the rabbit on Pokemon Lop Bunny.
Oh, Lop Bunny, yeah. Oh God.
Mega.
Oh God, the mega version. Oh no. Right. So he, you've said about the base, and he's like, yeah, it's not too far away from the entrance of Bad Street. You just keep going down that main street, and before you know it, we'll be right there.
Aww.
And he's saying this as if you guys are genuinely going to spare him at this point.
Oh, but we weren't going to, were we?
Wow.
Wow! Oh, but Mr. Flibble, who would clean up the mess? That just reminded me of
wow. So, is that? Have you got any more questions for him, or is this your interrogation done?
Do we
What's
have
in
any
these
more...
vials? I think would be another question.
Yeah, good one. What's in the vials?
He turns his head enough to look at them again. He's like, these are smaller doses. They're meant so that you don't turn into a crazed out dude. Instead, it's only supposed to grow individual limbs. So that if you need to kick something or punch something or do something real heavy, you just inject that right part of your body and it does it all for you.
That permanent?
It lasts for about 3 to 4 hours.
You know of a guy named Psycho. Who is this guy really?
Hey, I only know Psycho as a boss. I don't know him as anything else. I'm quite new to the team here. He only gave me these because he trusted me. I axed off a guy for him and he gave me some of these so I could be more use.
You axed off a guy, did you? It wouldn't have to be. It wouldn't be. Was it Walter Radowski Broginski?
Walter Brodansky.
It wouldn't have to be Walter the Brodansky Broginski, now would it?
Now, are you saying this in a diplomatic way or in a forceful way?
I was thinking more no.
God's sake.
I was thinking that she sort of grabs him by the t-shirt and sort of
and sort of bring him
sort
like
of draws him up to her eye level, like it wouldn't happen to be such and such.
Yeah, it wouldn't have to be Walter the Broginski now, would it? So I guess it's a little more forceful.
Yeah. Roll me a pressure check.
Okay, pressure. That is +0. So
under pressure.
Oh wow!
I rolled a natural 1.
He's oh wow. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. You grab him by the shirt to bring him up to you intimidatingly to ask what the question is. Little did you know that you pulled him up fast enough to actually slap on a smoochum to then whip him off of you and just go and just say that, and then he's just like and I just dazed.
This isn't what it looks like, guys, I swear.
Now the thing is, you're a boa constrictor, right?
Yes, I'm a boa constrictor.
It's just gonna roll a saving throw for a moment. Bear with me.
Oh no!
Because I remember correctly, your special mist was the black mist of sticky stuff, weren't it?
Oh yes, it was.
You can now notice that on his lips, as he tries to speak again, he's like, as his lips are stuck together with black goop.
Whoops!
Needless to say, you're not going to get much left out of it. It's at this point, Erg comes over and is just like, "Can I smash?"
If you can prise his lips open, then you're welcome to do it.
Well, you asked for it. Erg's gonna grab the top of his head and his jaw and just try to crack it open. kind of like if you're trying to by force open up a melon.
Oh no!
Shit. He crit.
Oh, ouch.
He grabs the guy's head and his jaw. The guy at this moment in time having the rock hands on him. It's just like, that's all you hear is and Erg is just looking at him going, done! Job done! And just stands up again as he's just lifeless with a broken jaw. Just like hanging off of his face at this point. So yeah, you are definitely not getting more information out of him. He's gone. And combat is well and truly over. My god.
Well, that's what I call a kiss of death.
Damn.
Damn.
So, with this done at this moment in time, you still have the two muties in the background that are a little bit they are horrified by what they have just seen. Like they have just witnessed this like breaking of it, and they're just like, ooh! Like just like covering their eyes, and like it's bad.
I recommend we don't seduce these guys because they might then think we're going to break their dicks.
And actually, as this thing is going on, Liam is actually gonna look at those guys there, and just puts his finger on his lips and goes like, shh.
Oh my god. So the muties at this point will be looking at you guys as one of them takes like a very scared step forward. Oh yeah, you just got like a huge spray of it like on your chest. Thanks for mounting. And at this point in time, one of the muties steps forward very nonchalantly and carefully, and it's just like, now, who are you scary people? Especially that rock, I don't like the look of him. As his like friend like grabs him by the arm and just goes, Reggie, don't go any further, don't even talk to them, they'll break your neck next. Do you want them breaking your dick?
But personally, Liam, I think it would probably be best if you three talk to them.
Yeah, that would probably be the best option.
God, guys.
And, well, Liam steps forward towards these guys and just goes, just stay there. We are not gonna hurt you as long as you cooperate.
Like the one that spoke earlier is just like, I have all intentions to cooperate. I don't want to cause any harm. I hate violence. You kidding me? I've been smacked around the place so many times. I can't take it anymore. Like you could tell he's just very like panicked.
Yeah, so I will. The guy who just talked, I will just go up to him and interrogate him.
Oh god.
So, this guy didn't know as much as we hoped. I hope you know more.
Okay, roll me a pressure check.
Okay, so it was
It's D20 plus your appeal modifier.
Okay. Plus, let me just check it. Yeah. And Oh god damn it. 23.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Is that
That's
a
a
crit?
natural 20.
Oh
Yeah,
damn.
that's a
not
crit.
20.
My god. So so like you're pressuring him so much that he just feels as if you are literally about to like break him at this point. He's like, I'll talk, I'll say whatever you want. Just don't no. As like the other mutant like tries to hug him and hold him, it's just like, look what you've done. Andrew's worked to the bone ever since he's become this, and you've just come out of nowhere, broken a guy's face, and now you've made him cry. You animal.
Well, basically I am a fox, so I am an animal.
God damn it! Like you can just hear an ominous voice, an ominous voice in the distance, just going, "Will you stop?" But effectively, what are you gonna ask them?
I'm actually asking about the compound and where is the storage and the facility, the lab facilities.
So what happens is he looks at you and he goes, where do you think you are? This is it. There were more of us quite a while back. There were about 6 of us. They were killing us one by one if we didn't stand up to the job, or if we were keeling over, or we just weren't good enough anymore. But because they don't want to risk making more mutants, they just force us to work even harder. So it's just me and Reggie here.
Okay. So where's the entrance to the lab?
What do you mean? This is the lab. This entire alleyway has been shut off from the rest of Bad Street to be specifically built as a laboratory for this formula.
Where we can find the formula, to be exact.
And so at this point, like Reg, who's slightly more composed than Andrew at this moment in time, hobbles over to a brick wall, taps a brick, taps a brick in like a certain way, just shuffle it, and as he shuffles it, an entire panel of brickwork move like a door outwards, as he shows you what seems to be like a big, like, you know those big milk cartons that you have for cows when you harvest milk from cows?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's that, but clear with the bright blue liquid of the formula.
Ooh, we hit the mother load.
This is the batch we've been using in order to make the quantities that the boss wanted. Last time I checked, we had enough here for an extra 100 if we wanted to.
Okay, at this point I turn to our party and I'm like, yeah, we have probably almost everything they have made in here. So, what do we want to do?
We should find out actually who their boss is.
Yeah.
I've been saying for a while.
Yeah. Okay, so what is the name of Psycho as he turns back to the guys?
They look at each other, they look back at you, and they just go, and Andrew starts up by going, I don't know what his name is. Reg, did you ever hear what the boss's name was? And Reg just looks over just going, How the fuck do I know? I know I've been here longer than you, Andy. That doesn't mean I actually know what his goddamn name is. Last time I checked, he's been a psycho since day ass one. I mean, come on, he changed us into these assholes, and now he's prancing around like he's the fucking king of Bad Street.
And also, he is in a dumpster right now.
What?
What?
Oh,
Psycho's not in the dumpster.
oh.
No, we haven't even met Psycho yet.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't Psycho who we...
No, you say that, and then you say that, and then just think, wait a minute.
Wait
that?
a minute.
Like you have a bit
Who
of a
is
blonde
that
moment.
guy?
But effectively, they look back at you after you've had that bit of a moment, just go, I don't think anyone's ever seen the boss's face, so yet alone known what his name is. Reg just looks over to you and just goes, yeah, that's right. He wears that goddamn mask over his face 24/7 and no one knows what his name is anymore. Last time I checked, the lead's supposed to be honest to his men. This guy's a goddamn moron.
Okay.
Can I ask, do they know where Psycho's from? What country?
Oh, that is a... Whoa, I like this question.
Ooh.
I like that. They'll look towards you, and they'll just go, "Hey, listen here, lady. Last time I checked, he was from the USA, just like we were before we turned into mutants. He used to be an Arizonan, as in he was grown up from Arizona. And then last time I checked, I used to be with the boss years ago, before he even became Psycho. But over time, and since I became a mutie, my brain's not as good as it used to be. I can't remember things anymore."
No, what was the question, Christy? Like what you just asked, like.
The
he a
second one
wrestler
was,
before?
was he a wrestler at all before?
So Andrew's looking over at Reg because Andrew's relatively young in comparison to these two muties, but Reg, although his brain's been a little bit mucked up and he's forgetting some choice things about the boss, like not quite remembering his name or his face, he has a moment to think. And as he thinks, he just comes out saying, "Wait a minute. You know what? I remember. Yeah. That was it. I used to be one of his right-hand men, one of his trainers. Yeah, he was a prodigy. In Arizona, he was quite the wrestler. He was very ruthless, mind you. Like, he trained like a madman. He focused on wanting to be the strongest, the biggest, the most ripped out of everybody. And then when he got into the ring and had to face some competitors to try and become a #1 contender, he'd go too far. Like, he'd win the match, sure, and he'll knock them out, but he'd keep going. The amount of times he got disqualified by brutalizing his opponents after match was just countless."
Would be a rival of what's his name? Guy.
Walter the Broginski Brodelsky?
So,
I know I
like,
keep pronouncing his name wrong.
he looks over just like, what? As if like he's never heard of Walter, or if he has heard of Walter in the past, he has just forgotten. But Andrew pops in at this point and just goes, "You mean Walter Wabowski Bodansky? You mean the #1 contender?"
Dead. That's kind of what brought us here.
He's dead? And Reg just looks over, just going, "Hey, who's this Walter guy, and why should we be bothered that he's dead?" like Andrew just goes over to him, whispers in his ear about him being like #1 contender for the for the Atlanta State Championship, being quite a big deal. And he's just like, they killed the #1 contender? Are you serious?
Yes.
Like, oh my god, that's even worse! It's at this point that Reg like stumbles closer to you guys and just goes, okay, now I don't know whether I want to trust you guys or just run away with my arms up in the air going, oh my god, they're gonna kill me. But something tells me that you guys are the good guys here. So if you don't mind, is it okay if me and Andrew can at least follow you until we get somewhere more safe? We want out of this place.
Well, if you want to be helpful, you can help transport some of this steroid stuff to below the sewers.
Yeah.
That's there's a guy down there who might need some assistance with creating the antidote for this stuff, and maybe you guys can be of some assistance.
You know what?
Suffers the same affliction as you.
What? There's more of us? Wait a minute.
Well, one more.
His name wouldn't be Jacob, would it?
Why? Why does it matter if his name's Jacob?
Because
Who's
if
Jacob
it's-
to you?
Because if that's Jacob, we thought he was dead. Like we've been hoping he's alive for ages so that we can fight back against this thing.
Okay, then yeah, it's totally Jacob. It is, yeah.
Oh my god, Andy! He just looks back and just goes, Andy, get the big vial. We're helping these guys bring all this shit down south. And then Andrew just looks over at Jacob and just goes, we're going to Texas? He just, shut up, Andy. We're going to the sewers, you idiot.
No.
And so yeah, they start like grabbing as much stuff as they can from the tables, and Andrew himself with his third arm is just picking up the pretty hefty big container of the liquid as they're now standing alongside of you and ready to return to Jacob full of precious material.
I was gonna say, maybe we should ask where Psycho would be or where Psycho currently is at this moment in time.
Last seen, at least,
Or
because if they've been here for a while.
True.
Okay, if you want to ask away.
Yep, I leave the floor to you guys.
Was Psycho last seen?
And Andrew puts down the big vial at the moment and just goes, now the last time I checked, the boss never leaves the main headquarters. He likes to stand around everybody and show that he's the best. Even sometimes he beats up on some of his own grunts just to do what he says is training.
Where's the headquarters?
Well, like you told us earlier, it's at the end of Main Street.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
Let's go underneath there.
What was that, sir?
Let's go underneath there.
Yeah. So back to sewers.
Yes, back to the sewers. Like Ninja Turtles.
If we go from underneath, might have a
That sounds like
sneakier chance.
Oh, I like.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Your first port of call should be returning all of this to Jacob. And you can return that to Jacob next time on the next great, hopefully non-pornographic episode of Ring Warriors.
So much fun.
It actually was fun. Let's face it, it was. So no break this week because we just went straight through it. Hope everyone enjoyed, had a great time, weren't offended. Needless to say, go ahead, say your thing.
I was going to say, can I just say I regret nothing at all.
That's absolutely fine. You don't have to regret a single thing. And that might just have to be one of the... No, I'm going to say it. That was the most fun and interesting GM moment I have had since being a GM or DM in any game ever. So, well done for that. For that alone, you get a wrestle point.
Woohoo!
That whole experience deserved it. Even Christy gets one because for flirting, the whole flirting rabbit thing. Holy shit, guy!
Yeah.
The thing was though, if it had gone on long enough, we're still alive, and we sort of got away with it, and we ended up being like that. I was gonna then go in a deep voice, hacking something.
Oh god.
Because it's a drag queen rabbit, so let's go.
So you'd be all flirtatious, but it's like, alright, just move on. Needless to say, hope everyone has enjoyed the episode and you've had a great time. If you want to support things in the future, be sure to check out Ring Warriors every Friday on Twitch, YouTube and Mixer from 8 PM GMT most of the time. I will be saying, next week, sadly, the show will be on cancellation due to Comic-Con and also having a good time.
It sounds like so final.
Okay, so...
Hiatus.
Yeah, hiatus.
Sorry.
That's fair.
Sorry.
Cancellation sounds like it's over
Words.
for good.
Words.
Yeah. Sorry.
I can't words. But
Sorry.
it'll be on hiatus for next week due to Comic-Con, which we're all going to enjoy, which I'm sure everyone will. But the week after, we will be having the very special one-off special, the Ring Warriors Halloween special, which will be the Terror at the Tokyo Dome, one that you do not want to miss out on. So if you want to mark it on your calendars, that will be on Friday the 2nd of November, and you do not want to miss out.
Yeah.
That'll be our next installment, our next episode. In the meantime, if I'm streaming, I'll be probably streaming anything else that comes to mind. By all means, support the live streams by subscribing, following and all that jazz. Check out the social links down in the description of the panels, and now, if you have a look, in the chat box as well, where you can check out the Discord, the Facebook, the Twitter and all that fun stuff. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this has been Ring Warriors. These have been the Ring Warriors, bringing you amazing content straight from yours truly. The game is still currently in production, and once it gets to a good enough level, there might be a way for you guys to actively support it, but for now, not so much. But until next time, guys, have a fantastic day, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. We'll be seeing you next time. Just remember to stay explosive. We'll be seeing you next time. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.